You know what's fascinating? Every new year, we wish each other happiness. Be happy. May your year be filled with joy. We hear these words in every toast, in every message. But let's be honest. Most of the time, people say it automatically. The word happiness sounds beautiful, but for many, it remains something vague, almost abstract. And here's the real question. What does it actually mean to be happy? And more importantly, how can you make the new year truly a happy year, instead of just another stretch of time lived on autopilot? Today, I want to talk about happiness as a practice. No clicks like smile more or think positively. No. Let's break down real, grounded habits and ways you can stop chasing happiness and start creating it every single day. Happiness is not an event. It's a state. The biggest mistake people make is waiting for happiness to arrive in the future. Once I earn more money, I'll be happy. Once I find love, then I'll shine. Once I lose weight, buy the house, go on that trip, then happiness will arrive. But life doesn't work that way. Happiness never comes later. It's only ever available now. Think back. How many times did you finally get what you'd been waiting for, only to feel the high fade after a few days or weeks? That's not because the event wasn't enough. It's because happiness isn't a result. It's a skill. A state you can train, just like a muscle. Secret 1. Small wins instead of big expectations. Our brains are wired to love finishing tasks. Each time you complete something small, dopamine, the feel-good hormone, kicks in. The problem is, most of us only look forward to giant milestones. When I achieve X, I'll be happy. But those milestones take months or years. Want to feel happier in the new year? Create a system of small wins. It could be anything. A daily walk, writing one page, learning a new word, making a call you've been avoiding. The point is, you train your brain to enjoy the process. Over time, this habit builds happiness not someday, but every single day. Secret 2. Happiness needs energy. Have you noticed how anxious, drained people rarely look happy? Not because their life is terrible, but because they don't have the energy to feel joy. Energy is the fuel for happiness. And I don't mean the usual advice about food or workouts. I mean the deeper energy that comes from living in alignment with your values. For example, if creativity is your core value, but your entire life is consumed by rigid routines, no amount of rest will restore your joy. But add even 15 minutes a day for something that nourishes your soul, and happiness returns. This year, ask yourself, what truly gives me energy? And make it non-negotiable. Secret 3. Gratitude as a daily practice. Yes, I know. Gratitude already sounds overused. But here's the twist. Most people treat it as a nice idea, not as a tool. Happiness doesn't come from having everything you want. It comes from noticing what you already have. The practice is simple. Every evening, write down 3 things you're grateful for that day. Even tiny ones. Especially tiny ones. Do this for a month and your brain will literally rewire itself. It will start scanning for positives automatically. That's not magic. That's neuroplasticity. You train your mind to see abundance instead of lack. Secret 4. Letting go of control. Many people are unhappy not because they don't have enough, but because they're trying to control everything. But life is chaos. And the tighter you grip, the more disappointment you create. Happiness begins the moment you release the illusion of total control. This year, try the practice of letting go. If something is beyond your influence, release it. Focus only on what's within your reach. That's where lightness appears. And lightness is the soil where joy grows. Secret 5. Your environment shapes your happiness. You can do everything right, but if your environment is toxic, happiness won't last. People transmit their states to us. This year, audit your circle. Ask yourself, who makes me feel alive? And who pulls me down? Sometimes, limiting contact with energy drainers creates more happiness than any self-help practice. Secret 6. Silence and inner dialogue. Many of us are terrified of silence. We constantly scroll, play music, watch something in the background. But it's in silence that deep happiness emerges. When you're alone with yourself, you begin to hear what you actually need. Not what society, parents, or friends expect, but what you truly want. And in that clarity, happiness appears. Because you stop comparing yourself and start living in your own rhythm. Secret 7. Sharing multiplies happiness. Here's a paradox. When we give time, attention, support, happiness doesn't decrease, it multiplies. Psychologists call this the warm glow effect. Helping others strengthens your sense of meaning. This year, find a way to share. It doesn't have to be money. It could be time, knowledge, a kind word. It creates the sense that your life matters. The philosophy of happiness. Let's bring it together. Happiness doesn't arrive through new possessions, events, or people. It's a state that grows from within. It's built on small wins, energy, gratitude, letting go of control, supportive environments, silence, and sharing. Every single one of these is available to you right now. You don't need millions or perfect conditions. Happiness isn't the finish line. It's a practice, something you create every single day. And maybe the real secret is this: happiness doesn't come in the new year. It comes right now, in the moment you choose gratitude, clarity, and action. So how do you become happy in the new year? Not by waiting. Not by postponing. But by taking simple tools and practicing happiness. Happiness isn't a dream. It's a skill. And if you train it daily, by the time you look back at the year, you'll realize it truly was a happy one.